The Soviets had their policies and tasks to build up a new culture, new communist, of course, culture, false culture, dictated, limited, and degenerated to some level, servilist to communist rulers, and that praising the system as the best in the world and the future of all mankind. And therefore, inside of the culture, it was already a field of disobedience, of covert resistance, of criticism. I remember a nice sentence of Mrs. Applebaum recently when she said that as much the Soviets went with their totalitarianism to control everything, they made a situation in which everything became a field of resistance. If you are disobedient in any of such fields, you are already resisting this total control. So Lithuanian culture suffered much. No, the great parts of the former culture were forbidden, denied, put out from the teaching or common use. So it was a complicated time with great losses in the culture, but also the very concrete fields of confrontation, of opposition. They appeared how to defend or preserve the Lithuanian language, at least, not to be degenerated towards official Russian Soviet language. Therefore, the intelligentsia went to have some circles of no, the word defense was not used. Carefulness about Lithuanian language. When the wave of more liberal views on the wishes to debate openly near and under the Gorbachev period already, it was a struggle in several clubs and grassroots organizations to defend the historical truth, to defend the monuments of history and architecture as they have been annihilated. The people stand forth to defend them, to protest, even unsuccessfully, but the fact of protest was already important. Not total fear was governing already. And they were various and maybe smaller or greater sources of the consolidated Zionist movement. From all those sources to appear in 1988. It was, I could say, the struggle for culture, traditional in Lithuania's history from 19th century, when language, books, print were forbidden. It was also a struggle for culture. Even illegal prints smuggled from abroad, distributed over all Lithuania. The teaching underground, teaching of children underground to learn Lithuanian, to read, to write Lithuanian. It was repeated again under Soviet system. when formally the language was not forbidden, but the mind was forbidden.